now that I have that beautiful Flashark Racing Y pipe on there, you might be able to see there a little shininess going on. I have a couple rattles that I need to actually get rid of now. So I have one from it touching the transmission mount. So instead of modifying the exhaust, I'm going to go the route of getting rid of a little bit of my transmission mount, which sounds sketchy, but it's really not. And then I need to get rid of the baffle on the inside of the test pipe on the driver's side, because it is driving me insane. It is so loud. So yeah, I got a little bit of modifying I need to do today, and I will show you the rattle that's going on with this damn thing right now. Okay, so I just made a little review on the Y pipe here, and what I need to do is trim that transmission mount right there. That is touching and causing a lot of vibration through there, and that right there, that test pipe is quite a noisy one. It is definitely failed in a way for the inside baffle. If you can hear this, scoot a little closer. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing every time I start my car up. Like, I can't do it. It gets a little bit quieter as I'm driving and as it warms up and everything. It's like, but every time I start it, that's all I hear, and it's inside of there. I hit this one, and one, I can hear this hitting up top. You hear that? I don't know if you, yeah, but I can hear that hitting up top here. I can hear these two where I was talking about before in the video. I don't know if you can hear that, but every time I let go, it's actually touching. So yeah, this is manufactured a little bit off or whatever. I don't think there's too much I can do about that. I'll try to, when I retighten this back up, I'm going to try and scooch these out as much as possible, but overall there's not too much play here or there on the other side here. But yeah, this is definitely touching and making a rattling noise. It's touching the top side of the transmission mount over here, and I got to rip the baffle out of that somehow, if I can, hopefully. But that's what's going down, and I don't know how much I can really show you on video up under here or anything, but yeah, I gotta fix at least, this is the main rattle that's gotta get gone, because that one is humongous. While this is down, it's quite easy to fix this transmission mount one over here. I can still hear it on driver's side even when I hit this side. So yeah, I'm gonna be ripping that side down, and yeah, so let me see if I can let me see if I can actually get something quieter on this car so I can hear more of this exhaust, because it sounds way better than the stock exhaust, okay? And especially bang for buck, like this is where it's at, so to speak. And especially if I can get this to stop touching my body on the car, then it'll sound even better. So let me see what I can do with that, and yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes. So with these, got that white pipe down. You can kind of see that. Looks like crumpled almost or something right there in that corner. It's that same area where I think it's hitting. I don't see any. I see like a few little direct little small marks where it might be hitting, and I think that's where it's pinging at right there. But yeah, little warpage or something in there. I can feel it the same way that you can see it. That's that little gap right there I was talking about when it's even naturally resting on the floor, and how it kind of teardrops out a little bit there. Otherwise, it's a beautiful piece, but I do think that I have some kind of a rattle in there, and I feel like I'm going to have to end up denting that apart from each other of some sort if I can't get these two, you know, to separate just a hair so it doesn't vibrate on each other now. This being down and, pardon me, crawling on the floor here, okay? That is my rattle. Now, if I go over to the passenger side and I'm gonna hit that, that's what he said. You can even see it rattling even over here on the driver's side. Again, this is driver's side and I'm literally over here hitting this one. And try to put it up there close. So yeah, I modified that one before because I had a similar issue with it early on, but the little bit that I could get in there and do, it quieted up quite a bit. But this one right here, I mean, it's, yeah. Nobody. So I'm gonna take a couple tools and see if I can dig that out of there because I don't need it, especially for the noise that it gives off. So even looking at the gaskets though, it doesn't look like I'm leaking anywhere as far as, you know, the new pipe like that. That's actually looking pretty good. But yeah, that right there is a noise concern for me. Like I can't even hear my car when it starts pretty much. It's so loud. It's horrid. So I'm gonna rip that out, see if I can rip that out with a few tools and keep going, because I think this is all sealed up as far as exhaust side goes. But yeah, let me get this out of here and keep going. So that is the last piece that I got out, and that was the other pieces that I got out. So a pry bar, where the hell is it? It's up under there somewhere. There's that pry bar. That pry bar and needle nose, wherever they're at. Oh wait, they're right here. Okay, so needle nose was able to actually get that out, especially breaking that back and forth. But wow, about 40 minutes trying to get that out, half an hour maybe. I finally got that crunched and out of there, along with those little bits. And if I hurry up and crawl up under here, oh man, what a difference, because you know this one is still in here. I told you it kind of asphyxiated, so there's like barely anything going on in there. And then this one is the one that is hollowed out now, so no baffle in there, and that is gone. There's some high-pitched something in there somewhere, but overall I am so much happier. That is not going to annoy me, especially because of the rumble of the actual V6 and this lovely 350Z is loud enough that I'm not probably even going to hear that. What I am going to do is, it's kind of etched out right here or whatever, just a hair. Not very well. Let me see if I can zoom in. That little scratch right there is where I'm going to start trying to use a sanding disc, and I'm going to try and knock that one down as well as this one down as well. Trying to put you as flat as possible because you can see how much I'm going to be taking that down, because I think that is another area where it's hitting up here, and I can kind of see just a little dot of fresh metal here. So I'm thinking that's where that little dot on the exhaust was hitting. So I'm going to trim this one down, and I'm going to trim this one down to make sure that that's clear. That baffle is now clear, so that shouldn't be rattling, and this isn't rattling. Well, it's going to be that way here in a short bit. This one isn't really rattling, so I'm going to give it a thumbs up and put this back together after I do a little bit of throw some sparkage up here and down here and around there. So let me do that and put this back together, see what happens. Hopefully this is it for this, but I just wanted to get this rattle out of the way because that was really driving me insane. And everything from down here, I don't think I'm gonna have to touch again. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with that and see if I can actually figure out the top side of this, but we'll get there when we get there. Let me get this buttoned up and back together. Back at it like a car addict. Yeah, so I went ahead and got another part. It's starting to seem like a part scan in here, but I'm really trying to figure out every little piece here. And the regulator. I got the regulator, obviously, here from Standard Products. I have no idea that company, but it was one of the cheapest ones on eBay, brand new. and I wanted to go ahead and throw that in there. Something I noticed after a long drive was that my two fuel dampeners, if you want to call it that, or regulators, were at two different temperatures. And the one that is exposed more over here, I would assume would be kind of a lower temperature than the one that's like it's up under and hidden like way back up under there, because it serves that bank. This one kind of serves this bank, and this is the bank that I'm having issues with. So what I'm thinking is that this was actually hotter this side, so I went ahead and am thinking that maybe it's blown of some sort and causing my issue. So yeah, I've replaced a lot of pieces along the way. Y pipe, exhaust manifold gasket up towards the header here, that's been replaced. I've checked throughout the test pipe area down the line, and there's nothing along there. 4 new O2 sensors. I've switched over the ignition coil with the lowest or most different resistance. I swapped it over to the other side, so that wasn't showing any difference whatsoever. I did have the P2A03 code for this side, but that was a loose oxygen sensor itself. That fixed it. I've done the throttle body relearn quite a few times, and that's supposed to mess with the air fuel ratio and the duties in between the two banks, but it's not helping me out. So I've only got a few more things that I can even list out as the smallest bit of a possibility for controlling one bank versus another, and at this point this is the most plausible. So what I'm going to do, especially because when I touched the two after a nice drive, I think it was a 45-minute drive, that one, let's see if I can show you that here. Might be able to. Yeah. Zoom in there. That one right there. That one is hard line, no connector or anything. It's just all one piece, and it goes down the line there, and that connects via a little connector. I'll show you on the part right there. But that one was way hotter than the one that's kind of buried under there. You might be able to see the tip of it, like right there. I do believe that is it. I would think that being there and this being there, that it would actually be a lot warmer, but it's not. So I'm gonna go after this new part. So without further ado, let's open this standard FPD regulator. Hopefully it's the right side, like almost literally right side, like seriously. I hope it's for the passenger side, bank one. Wait. Okay, little sliceroo here. Alright, make sure nobody gets hurt, because we all love safety here. Alright, popping this out, and that looks, nothing else in the, oh, there's a little card back there. We'll see what that says. Probably a thank you or something. I have no idea. But looks to me like I have the new O-ring. Okay, in there. Almost matches my top there. Almost, but pretty close. And it does have the plastic insert, which actually holds this whole, shebang together, so then we're not leaking gas all over each other. So this should be relatively really easy to replace. I mean, two 10mm bolts. I just have to play with this, and pretty much as I'm playing with this now, I see that I can squeeze this, and that kind of opens up the center on both sides. If you can see that little gray piece on both sides there. So I take that, and I can automatically go ahead and pretty sure I should be able to disconnect that. So, and try and install that. And hopefully this solves it, but who knows? Caution, fuel system may be pressurized even when ignition is off. Huh, go figure that. Cool. Alright, and after crawling on the ground for a little bit to get to the bottom, there was a little cover that goes over top of the actual, like almost like a holding clip, and then, you know, a little pincher clip, and then I was able to actually get the bottom part of that line disassembled from the on the firewall down there, down there on the firewall down there. Okay, so that was there, and there she is now. That is the new one. That was just two 10mm bolts. Not a lot of torque on those whatsoever, but you know, enough to be firm because it is still gasoline. So but you definitely don't want those little bolts snapping on you. So that is now replaced. I'm going to check for leaks and send it, because why not, right? Start driving this around, get some gas, and see if maybe that was it, because I've gone through a decent amount of you know, different parts now, and all of them were plausible, don't get me wrong. This all seems like things that were causing an issue, especially I think it was the last video. You can see the exhaust manifold gasket was really not doing too well, so that definitely needed fixed. The O2 sensors were very, very plausible and probably one of the first things to go bad, but I did want to throw in my own little, like, I'm not going for a $200 sensor, especially if a $25, you know, sensor essentially will do the same job, if not better. So as soon as I get this P2A00 figured out, then, you know, that would be nice to see how these O2 sensors actually hold up versus the other ones, which at this point, switching them back and forth, I don't think the old ones are a little bit slower, but they weren't necessarily bad. So we'll see if these new ones actually hold up to, you know, I think it was a 3-year warranty, 3 or 4-year warranty on that. I'm not sure. I gotta go back in my memoirs, figure that one out. But especially on a budget, because not everybody has money for, you know, $600 worth of O2 sensors and then everything else that comes along with the car, because those aren't the only sensors that need to be replaced on a car. So with that, thank you for watching. I will definitely be updating on what's going on with this, because it is going to take a few, an hour or so at least, to figure out if this is going to throw a code. It was doing it quite sooner, you know, but driving better. But overall, yeah, I just want to spend some time, see if I can figure out if this is actually going to be the last step or not. So pray for performance. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm outie.